fans are singing along with Bryson Stott's walk-up music.
Everybody standing here at Citizens Bank Park. Sanchez to the belt.
Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Christopher Sanchez, for the first time in the big leagues, has thrown a complete game shutout.
Harper looks at Arcia again as he goes around the second base.
And it's turned into the Bryce Harper game.
The game's tied. Castellanos in the third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies leading. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions of 2024.
Alrighty, Wave Chasers, welcome back to another beaching edition of the Quit Chasin Show. In case you weren't aware, we are a pair of Philly fans that recap the games and often dovetail into alternative conversations about life, liberty, and whatever crazy adventures we get into. I'm Alex Kruger. That's Danny Gerb. Danny, say hi to the folks.
Hey, everyone. How you doing tonight, Alex?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm okay.
You're just okay. Is that because you watched the Phillies game?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've watched a few of them at this point.
It's been a tough slog. It's been a tough slog, but it always wasn't that way. And we're going to get into that. But how's your week been so far? Since last we checked in.
How have yours been? How has yours been?
Mine's been fine. It's been normal. No kids and work, so naturally I started a house project, redid the floors in the bedroom. So I just have to clean that up before they get back tomorrow. But the normal, I don't know. It's the doldrums. It's the middle of the summer. Well, it's almost the end of summer. So I don't know. It's just like it's right now. The energy level.
It really is. It really is. It's local summer is about to approach us, which is my favorite time of summer. Alex, I had a house
summer.
Oh, sure. It is when kids go back to school, all that kind of stuff. So the locals of the beach town get to enjoy the beach. They take their beach bath.
Oh, God love that. God love
that. Yes. I'm a big fan of local summer. It's also my favorite time of the year. It's my favorite time to be on a beach, all of that kind of stuff. So we are just entering my period of favorite time of the year. Alex, there was a house waiting for you this week.
There was a house waiting. We wanted to go to the beach, but fiscally responsibly, we stayed in the Harrisburg area, had a great time at my nephew Scott's wedding. Just an absolute wonderful experience. And by the time we got back Friday night, it was like, all right, we're not going tonight. And then by the time Saturday came, I was like, you know what? We're just staying home. We're staying home. We're going to live all day in the house with the air conditioning. And it was magical. We never get the house to ourselves on the weekend without any responsibilities and any kids. So that was really nice.
Well, that's all that matters. If it works out, if you have a good weekend.
We did. Although I wrestled with, because I am the type of person that when I make an agreement, I like to, live up to it. And I felt like, for all I knew, you left a delightful, wonderful note for us or something.
I did.
I knew you did. I knew you left something sweet. I knew it.
I had a bouquet of teas from around the world waiting for you.
I told Kara, I was like, I bet you any money that Danny did something special for us, and it's like waiting on his coffee table or something, and we're not going to use it. She's like, I know, but what about staying home? And I was like, all right, it's a really good counterpoint.
Yeah, well, whatever, man, as long as you enjoyed it. So
we had a good time. And you know what? Come after Labor Day when we can take Luna to any of the beaches, I don't know. This year could be odd because it's still the summer of Pupo because of the wedding, September 27th. So, who knows what our life looks like after September 27th.
People of Philadelphia, I might be remiss in saying this because, what I just said about local summer, but the beaches still exist after Labor Day and not just Irish weekend. There are other weekends between Irish weekend and Labor Day. Enjoy them.
I love that. I don't really have much for banter this week.
Neither do I.
Boring. Let's just get back into the week that was.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you're going to have a hell of a Jekyll and Hyde kind of recap this week. So let's just get into it, folks. I started writing writing this recap on Monday, and you will be able to see tonal shifts throughout. I promise you. First up, we have the Texas Rangers series. Philadelphia 9, Texas 1. Did you know before this game, Philly had not won a game in the city of Arlington since opening day 2014? Notice I didn't say at the Ranger Stadium. That's because this streak of futility crosses over 2 different stadiums. 11 years. We haven't won a game there. A true house of horrors. I guess nobody told these guys. Doesn't matter where Merrill Kelly finds himself, we'll find him. Schwarber keeps bopping dingers, and Marsh put us ahead with a blast in the 4th. We didn't have to waste a Duran entrance because Stott and Trey added a combined 5 runs after Trey's 3rd run shot in the 9th. Second game up, Philly 3, Texas 2. I really don't remember the last time I confidently believed that all we need to do is lead after 8 innings and it's a wrap. This team is playing inspired ball right now and are doing that thing where being down by a single run for 7 innings felt like they were just letting us stay around too long. Sure enough, plus or minus Kepler acting like a frustrating plus as he slaps in a 2-run double in the 7th before Stott singled him home. Even with Strom letting in a Texas run in the 8th, once we got to the 9th with the lead, it was time for the Durantula, who got his 3rd Philly save in as many tries. Which brings us to the finale of the Philadelphia-Houston series. Philly 4, Texas 2.
We're never gonna see him again.
We very well may not. We very well may not. But holy shnikes, we swept the Rangers in Arlington. Even though Wheeler still isn't Wheeler, unless you consider that he has 4 or 5 game dips like this every year, then he is precisely still Wheeler. The offense did its damn job, and the lineup full of 7s, as Danny would say, sure have been playing like 10s during this stretch. And holy crap, we're finally back to playing NL teams for a little. And that was the Texas series, Danny. We were riding high. We really believed in ourselves. That was silly.
7's on a good day. I call them 8s when I'm pissed off at them.
You do. That's true. That's true. But you never call them 9s, which is nice.
I don't. That is true.
You don't call them 9s. You at least admit that they're not pitcher replacement level worthy. And that's because Rojas is in AAA. For sure.
True.
It is. But next up, we have the weirdest Cincinnati series I can remember in my entire life. Philadelphia 4, Cincinnati 1. Okay, so hilariously, just the day before, I had written that this was a team I never counted out. Well, when the Phillies were getting no hit in the 5th inning, it felt like this was the moment all the hope and hype came crashing down. But then in the 8th, Weston Wilson powered that end of the lineup magic. Turner knocked him in, and Schwarber wanted to let everyone know he appreciated their hard work and blasted yet another Schwarber bomb in his hometown of Cincinnati. I would argue hometown because he lived an hour away from it. Orion Kirkering got the save with our highest leverage arms used 3 days in a row. Snoop Dogg was playing after the game. This was the first game we won against an NL opponent since the All-Star break a month ago. And that's just a fun stat. Danny, between Nelly and Snoop Dogg, are the Phillies seeing the best concerts this summer?
I would have to say no.
Because they had to watch Train last night? I get that. Okay.
Oh, man, Train.
Little drop of Jupiter action.
Yeah, little Pennsylvania zone. Come on.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. What the singer was, he was from out by Erie.
Oh, I thought he was a bit weird.
Oh, remember Erie, Indiana? Remember that show?
I do. The one on Nickelodeon?
No, was it? No, it was network. Well, the Nickelodeon is a network, isn't it?
So you're saying like one of the big 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I remember Northern Exposure.
Yeah,
well, I don't remember Gary, Indiana, or Erie, Indiana.
My poor cat sees that every morning. Where were we, man?
We were at Philadelphia since his first game. Snoop Dogg, Nelly, pretty good concert.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ben Davis was bothering the hell out of Chris on that show.
He really was, wasn't it?
Because of that show, that game. Yeah.
How many times? Because I was listening, I wasn't watching.
It was a ton, and that was the funniest thing about it. I guess you were busy. That Chris is complaining about, geez, like this is Ben Davis's personality, that and his kid, you know. And then like 20 minutes later, you're like, hey, is Snoop playing after the show tonight? Like, dude, welcome to the chat, buddy.
That's amazing.
So the funny thing about counting this team out is I was the Fairweather fan on that game. After that Harper getting called out at home on that.
Oh, that was tough.
Yeah, that sack fly. It wasn't a sack fly because they didn't make it, but
right.
What do you call that? You just
attempted sack fly.
Sure,
Is it an attempted
and
sack?
out. Yeah,
I mean, it's out. Yeah, well played.
It's called it out.
Yeah.
I thought that's when I sent the message like, this one's over. That's the ball game, because I really thought that that was
there
the
went the
ball game.
momentum. There
was
went all the air out
momentum.
of the balloon.
Right. The Reds were getting our pen. That was their shot. I really thought they were going to open it up that inning. They did not.
And again, they had us like they were perfect through 5 because of our feudal ass offense.
Yeah, right. So what is it? A lefty velo with some break, walk into a Cincinnati bar. No one gets hits on because the Phillies are in it. I was trying to make up a joke.
I mean, that might be one you have to write out before you bring live on air.
I just did it right now.
I appreciate that. And
no one gets hit on because the Phillies are in there.
There you go. All right. Your girlfriend's always safe at the bar when the Phillies are there because nobody's going to get a hit.
Yeah. A lefty, a velo, and breaking stuff walking into a bar.
What?
No one gets hits on because it's the Phillies. That's good. That's going places.
It was a good one. We're going to work on that delivery, but that was a good one. All right. Second
thing.
I know this, but that was for you, Poopo. That was for you. That was my Dave Brinjack.
I wanted to start a segment. I was half tempted to. Sorry, we really don't have much this week. So
no, we're having fun tonight, guys.
Yeah,
honestly, like we're wearing Hawaiian shirts. We're on the beach. Like it's a relaxing episode. Have fun with us.
Don't roll your eyes at me like I knocked you off our agenda because we don't have much this.
I'm not rolling eyes. What are you talking about?
No, you totally were, but that.
Oh,
it doesn't
matter. My
camera's
not that good.
I wanted to. There was something during that game. I think top of the 4th or something, where T-Max said something along the lines of, Phillies get their first runner on base.
Ugh.
And I wanted to text you here's a bit idea for the show. Like, we take things T-Max says, like runners or first runner on base, and we have to translate. So case in point, like Phillies get their first runner on base.
So they've been shitting the bed today, guys.
Is T-Mac's way of saying, translated to Tom McCarthy, is Phillies are facing a lefty. That's the premise of the bit. But
okay,
I was like,
so
that's the only one I could. Yes,
you're decoding the announcer speak. I like that because I have, for some reason, become a real big Fransky stalker listener this year than Fransky in LA. Like, I will listen a lot more often than I will watch for whatever reason. Just that's the way my summer is going. I will do the same with those two.
I don't know if this is a radio medium versus television medium, but Scott is way more blunt than Tom.
Oh, yeah, man. Scott has 0 F's to give. He's just going to say it however he believes it to be. And that's what I love the most about him. Yeah,
he'll condescendingly say another lefty's giving them fits tonight, where Tom McCarthy were like, it's top of the 4th, and the Phillies see their first base runner.
I really do like T-Mac. I do. I'm a fan of T-Mac. I like what he brings, but he ain't no Fransky, man. Fransky is real damn good. And I don't think he gets enough national credit whatsoever. But Fransky's the man.
I agree. I feel wholeheartedly with you. We sing Fransky praises on the show all the time. We are true. Fransky people. Let's just keep in mind for the future, maybe a Translate Tom segment.
I like it. Announcer speak 101.
Yeah, now back to our regularly scheduled business.
Wait, before we get there, speaking of the radio, sorry guys. So Ben Davis is doing some sort of Delco advertisement on the radio, and it's so funny you said that about what Chris said, like, oh, this is the type of guy Ben Davis is, because every time I hear this commercial, I'm like, this is exactly the kind of guy Ben Davis is, because he pronounces it theater. And if you pronounce it theater, you've never been to the theater.
Do you think he's doing it tongue in cheek like I do?
I don't think Buzz
theater.
Lightyear has ever done a thing tongue in cheek in his entire life.
Except for that bunt to break up that no-hitter.
Well, that wasn't even tongue in cheek. That's just being a Buzz Lightyear dick.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right, let's get to the
I have
second game.
there's going to be
Cincinnati
some
Phillies
more
series.
Ben Davis dumping later on in this show. I know it.
I can't wait. All right,
I do
next
know.
game up.
I know that's factual.
Awesome. I can't wait. All right, game 2 of the series. Philadelphia 1, Cincinnati 6. This was the first time the Phillies lost a game to a National League opponent since before the All-Star break, which was a month ago. And that's just a fun stat. Anyways, Rangers is still not performing the way we've grown accustomed to seeing him perform. I've said it once, I'll say it all time. When a pitcher is struggling and they aren't getting a consistent strike zone, it's such a snowball effect. Bring on ABS. I'll be honest, I gave up after the rain delay and didn't go back in. This is the second game in a row where their pitchers were perfect through 5 innings, and that's really starting to irritate me.
You missed the
umpire
Harper
was
pop.
terrible.
You missed
I definitely missed a meaningless Harper pop.
That's why you stay up for that crap at these rain delays when the team's getting trounced, because you get a meaningless Harper pop.
I will fall asleep at 9:30 and be damn happy about it. Because again, we were doing that project at the house, so I did fall asleep at 9:30 that night, and it was delightful. But undelightful comes the last game of the series. Philadelphia 0, Cincinnati 8. Danny, we haven't won a series against an NL team since before the All-Star break. That's over a month. That's not a fun stat. This was a lot funnier when I read all 3 of them back to back to back. The futility of our it's not your fault. We are having fun in these waves. We're just swimming in this agenda. The futility of our offense is the craziest thing sometimes, man. This is the frustrating team we watch. They sweep a team, they slap around an opponent in their house. We're all feeling high and mighty, and then boom, we enter a vacuum of offenseless production. We scored in 2 out of 27 innings in this Reds series. So I guess in case anyone was wondering, as great as an all-world closer is, you still need enough runs to get him on the bump. And honestly, I don't want to talk about this Washington game next week. So tonight, the final score, Washington 4, Philly 3, I think, or 3-2, one of those two. Who gives a shit? We lost by 1. All right, we lost 3-2. Topper waited one batter too long to take Luzardo out, bring in Kerkering, 2 runs scored, and it was just one of those games. Futility from the offense. We got Max the Bat Kepler all the way over to third, but couldn't bring him home when Turner fouled the ball off his forehead. It's just we are playing. Honestly, Trey Turner getting 3 infield hits and then in the last at bat of the night fouling the ball into his face might be the perfect encapsulation of where this offense is right now. But Danny, I don't really care much about that. What I want to know is, and I'm putting this under review. Did you know before this series that Kyle Schwarber was from Cincinnati? Did Cincinnati? What do you make of the week of rim jobs that the city of Cincinnati gave to the Schwarberian? What are your thoughts on what the hell we just witnessed?
I knew he was an Ohioman. If it was Cincinnati, I didn't know.
I really thought it was Cleveland. I thought it was the Indians. I thought he was an Indians fan, not a Cincy fan. But I'm sorry, the Guardians. Well, back then it would have been Indians. I don't know. That's a weird.
The way to do it.
I didn't mean to dead name them there.
Oh well, that's all right. We do it to Twitter all the time.
That's true. Well,
we have our principles.
That's a great point. That's a great point. So to those that are not aware, Mom, this one's for you. The city of Cincinnati is acting like they want to sign Kyle Schwarber in the offseason, knowing he's going to be a free agent. So they have his dad throw out the first pitch at one of the games, and they honor him with an award. And they have Kyle catch the ball thrown by his father at the first pitch. And then the last game of the series, they give Kyle the keys to the city. Again, this is a city he lives an hour away from as far as his childhood goes. So, like, pull down all the stops. And the general consensus among people that know things, and at least in Philadelphia media, is that Cincinnati is way too tight-fisted to ever pay Kyle Schwarber the kind of money that he is going to warrant on the open market. So whatever the heck this was, it was stupid, it was unnecessary, and all it did was make us all really irritated and roll our eyes. So, Danny, having said that, what are your thoughts?
I think it's strange. I think it's really strange. Can
we go to conspiracy corner?
Sure, yeah.
I think that his agent called up Cincy and was like, hey, like, I know you guys aren't going to sign him, But if you want to mess with Philadelphia, like, why don't you do these things real quick when he comes to Cincinnati? Like, why don't you guys turn the pressure up on Philly real quick? Like, piss off the fans so that they call into WIP for a week and a half and demand John Middleton to open the checkbook. You're not going to sign him, but I'll send you someone good of my clients in a couple of years.
Kyle Schwarber hit a ball so hard
That
it collapsed.
What's the Cincinnati campus?
Skyline. It's right. Skyline, right?
Skyline.
Well, here's the thing. It's strange. His dad throwing out the first pitch. He does the community stuff. That's fine. It's weird he caught it. Like,
yeah. Who invites a visiting player to catch the first pitch throw out?
Yeah, the key to the city thing doesn't bother me as much as the first pitch thing does. I'll tell you why. Cincinnati is a big enough city. I'm sure they have people that are, close to this that come through. It's a big name. Like we said last week when we were assigning superheroes to them. He's a serviceman supporter. He's a World Series winner.
Easy guy to root for. Easy guy.
The Little League World Series regional tournaments are going on right now. This tie-in of look at this big world. He's coming back to the neighborhood. He went to a far better city of Philadelphia, but he's coming back to the old neighborhood because he's still Kyle from the block. Let's celebrate him. I'm fine with the city celebrating someone who rose above and made something of themselves and is a do-gooder, if you will. I'm fine with that. That first pitch thing, that is the weird one. That's the one that sticks.
That's the one that gets your blood, or at least you get your eyebrows arched a little bit.
Absolutely, it does. That's so strange. What? Imagine if that happened here. And I get it. 3% of the paid attendance is in the ballpark for that, or at least in their seats. They're still walking around getting the real campos and their big giant golden ale waves, whatever they're called, golden waves, from Kona Brewing Company. I love those things.
You would.
So the amount of people that would notice it in real time, I don't know. But the next day, you better believe the airwaves are going to be open with, can you believe they did that?
They knew it. I'm saying in Conspiracy Corner, I'm thinking the agent manufactured that specifically to do exactly what it did. It's the only thing that makes sense. So I don't know. That's my amateur sleuthing theory there.
Yeah, and the other thing is all right, so now you got me really thinking. Because
you love a good conspiracy, don't you?
I do.
I know you do.
This isn't the first time they've been back to Cincinnati, so
this is the ninth time.
No,
you're
never
right. Done this until now. What the hell, man? Kyle's been a Phil for 4 years.
Timing's a little sus.
Sus. You're not gonna have Nick Castellanos stay? At least you're not gonna have Liam throw him a pitch.
I don't think anyone's having Nick Castellanos stay.
Maybe
I'm sure not.
Ben Simmons.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what, Danny? Let's have some fun.
I was gonna say, is that anywhere on this agenda?
The fun?
Oh yes, it is. It is. Okay.
It's literally the next thing up. All right, guys.
I was gonna talk Casty being slower than molasses, but it is. It is.
You know what Casty is? Watching Casty field a fly ball is like that moment when you're a good, 15 yards deep in the ocean and you're trying to run to catch a football that your friend threw and you're not going to get there. It's not going to happen. You're fighting the waves. And that's what Casty is, looking for balls. And that brings us to our game time with a clunky transition, but that's what we do. Danny, we're going to have some fun this week and we are going to rank the top 5 beaches for us. Now, you said you went full Alex this week, and I
did go full Alex.
Tell the folks what full Alex is.
Full Alex is, if you have not listened to the Northeast podcast on the Broken Bell Network, their comedy movie draft, we were on that. It's an evergreen, so go to it. You can listen to it anytime. It's not like these things where we're already outdated by the time we get it published. So. Evergreen, go listen to it. We was 5 movies. Alex came with a list of 150 broken down into 7 categories.
12 categories.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I believe I made myself perfectly redundant. So I did the same thing. Alex, I can give you my top 5 of top 5, or I can give you my top 5 Jersey, my top 5 East Coast, my top 5 West Coast, my top 5 Florida, my top 5 Gulf of Florida, my top 5 Atlantic of Florida, or yeah, that's all. So I can do whatever you want.
Here's what I want from you, Danny.
Smash the ball of them.
I want you to go both first and last because you've been to so many more beaches than me. I want you to give me all of your top ones for all 6 categories.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 6. Well, 5 categories because the one is just overall top 5.
Oh, okay. All right. So I then want you to give me all of your number ones.
Okay.
That sounds like a fun time because I swear to God, it was kind of hard for me to get 5 because I don't know the names of beaches half the time. I know like generally what city and state I was in.
So I'm with you on that. I agree with you, and it drives me crazy.
Surprised me that I really thought you were going to be no. My beach is at 46th and Broadway. Like,
no,
that's not Wildwood, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I am like that to a degree, almost like I would say Atlantic City. I go to Atlantic City. Atlantic City is my beach. While I am at Atlantic City, I'm in the Chelsea neighborhood, and I happen to hang out off of Chelsea Avenue. Like, that is my spot. That's where I like to go. I would say Atlantic City. But there are people that are like, oh, 42nd Street Beach or Memphis Street and Beach. And I don't subscribe to that. So case in point, and one of the problems with it is my West Coast.
Sure.
Number 2 on my West Coast list, because I'm not gonna do it, so I'll this goes.
There's honorable mentions.
Yeah, it would be Black's Beach, but it's in the La Jolla areas, La Jolla shores. I would say if I lived there, like La Jolla,
sure.
But it's off of like there's a trail and these cliffs you go down, so maybe I would call that Black's Beach. Like, oh, that's the sex time, but it's La Jolla.
Sure. I don't know enough about geography or America to have any knowledge of La Jolla or Black's Beach. So I don't know enough.
But I'm with you. I think the names, unless it's something really
iconic,
specific to something like the Longport Dog Beach. Like,
sure.
Okay, I know where that is. But for the most part, when I refer to these beaches tonight, I'm referring to it as in the totality of the beach town.
I like it. I support this decision. All right, I will go first because I want you to go last because you are Mr. Beach and I am a basic beach bitch. So
how am I doing this again?
You're gonna do all of your number ones.
Okay.
Why not? Or just do whatever category you want. I don't care. It's your world, and you get to.
I want to make you happy, Alex. That's all I care about.
Danny, just having this conversation is gonna make me happy.
Sure.
So it's exciting. So all right. So my number 5, and I'm sure my mom somewhere at some point is listening to this episode, and she is going to text me all the things I got wrong about this story. But my number 5 beach is Turtle Beach in Florida, the Sarasota region. I want to say I was maybe like 4 or 6, somewhere in that range. And we went down there to visit my Uncle Dave. It was a great time. I remember, going on a canoeing trip with my dad early morning while it was raining and having a fun time. Both my Aunt Lori and I walked through the screen door. It was a magical time. And one of those first really cool, really magical vacations as a kid. So number 5, Turtle Beach, Florida. What you got, Danny?
Into it. My number 5 will be Flamenco Beach in Culebra, Puerto Rico.
Ooh,
I loved it. It's very clear water, awesome sands. You could run into a sea turtle. You could snorkel with the sea turtles. I unfortunately have yet to run into one there, but it's beautiful.
So do you scuba?
Ruben for scuba? No, I do not.
I mean, if you can't scuba, then what has this all been for? All right, because here's the thing. I'm borderline claustrophobic, so I
Yes.
feel like the scuba experience would not
No.
that type of breathing is not
I'm
going to
with
work
you.
for me at all.
I'm with you. I am also borderline claustrophobic. I have no fear of the water, no fear of depths, no fear of dark places. However, my buddy went up to that rock quarry in like Quakertown to get his scuba cert, and then he started scubaing, and he was like, "Dude, it was awesome! Like me and my brother were in this like little tunnel. We were, the rocks are scraping our shoulders on both sides. We were like right up against the ocean floor. It just went for like hundreds of yards, and I was like." Nothing about that sounds fun.
That sounds like the most
Nothing
undesirable
about that sounds fun.
experience
Yeah.
known to man. Like that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm with you. So I don't do it. I got a mask, I got a snorkel, I got some fins that I never use, and I can do some damage in the water that way.
Damn right. I love it. I love it. All right. My number 4, it might be because I am an old woman at heart, but it is Cape May, New Jersey. Guys, when I went to Cape May in college, it was a really nice, peaceful, relaxing time. It was a time when like I needed to just read a book on a porch. Great family atmosphere. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. So Cape May, New Jersey, beautiful little shops, beautiful little Quakery towns. I loved it.
Number 2 on my Jersey list. So,
Ooh, nice.
yes.
What's number 1, AC? We'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, that's not number 1 on my Jersey list. Is not number 1 on my all time.
That makes sense. Okay.
Number 4, Frisco, North Carolina. My buddy Dave, him and his family, they have a house in the Outer Banks, in Avon.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's great. I enjoy my time down there. Dave, what up, dude? It's been a bit. All that jazz. However, hop in the car, go 2 towns over, villages. I don't know, whatever they call them.
Bungalows.
Yeah, in Frisco, it's the same beats. There's just something a little wider, a little like I don't know. I like Frisco. When you are on Hatteras Island, Frisco is the spot.
Yes, Hatteras Island. Again, Mom, you are hearing a lot of terms that you are familiar with, and I love that. Or I'm familiar with that from our trips to Outer Banks.
Frisco's a town on Hatteras Island. We stay in Avon. I enjoy Frisco.
I'm a Corolla bitch, and we're gonna get there. But yes,
we are, because I'm glad you had I don't know if you know this. When you sent the agenda over, you had yours.
I did know. I did because I also wanted you to know what I had, because you have so many more beaches than I do. So I just wanted you to like know where I was coming from.
Yep, I got you. I wasn't worried about it, but I'm so glad to see that on there, because we're gonna have a discussion about it.
Wow, horses. All right, my number 3, Sea Isle City, New Jersey. That's right.
Sick.
The home of whatever the hell the Kelseys do every summer. But no, Kara and I, for one of my birthdays, left the home at like 6 a.m. and we listened. This was when I was first getting into podcasts, and we listened to the Fake Doctors Real Friends episode with Brendan Fraser on it. And it was a delightful way to spend my birthday. We went down to the beach. We stayed there all day. We got amazing Chinese food on the way home. And just Sea Isle City was an extremely peaceful, enjoyable, delightful time.
Betty Nugs. I hear you.
Betty Nugs, bro.
That is not on my Jersey list.
Wow. Is it because that's like a real like basic bitch answer?
No.
I'm going to Sea Isle City.
No, if I had to have 6, it probably would have been 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take it. That's a very specific list. Number 6 on a list of just New Jersey beaches.
Yeah, well, I can do it.
You can. That's what I love about you. What you got next?
Number 3 for me is my Jersey number 1, and that is Atlantic City, New Jersey. Here's the thing about Atlantic City, New Jersey. Highly underrated as a beach. Pound for pound, what it has as a beach, it can punch up. It can fight above its weight class. Here's the deal. This is what I don't understand. It is 50 minutes from my house if you leave at the right times. Well, it's part of it.
I mean, for sure. I get that.
Straight shot, You know, I hop
lane.
on.
Yep.
Yeah. Straight shot, left lane. You miss all that, you know, exit 7 traffic. You blow past that exit 7, and boom, you're there. I have no idea why Wildwood is Philadelphia's beach opposed to Atlantic City. Atlantic City should be Philadelphia's beach. It is closer. It is a straight shot. It is a free beach. It is an open container, not like the open container that you got to put in a cup or put a paper towel around to look over your shoulder or whatever. It is fully, a cop is driving by and you're just standing there chugging a beer straight up while waving at him open container.
So essentially the cop is Steve Gutenberg in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. The Goot.
I don't know. I like it.
Tell it to Kara. You've met Kara. Tell Kara why we need to go to Atlantic City when Labor Day hits and we can bring Luna to the beach. Why is Atlantic City the right beach for us?
I got a system, man.
Talk to me, brother.
Because that's one of the reasons. It is under visited. It is not.
That's the answer.
Right. Yes. It is under visited. People put their nose up at Atlantic City or it's dirty. Guess what? It's as dirty as Wildwood.
You know, Wildwood has just as many hypodermic needles and dirty diapers in the water as anywhere else on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, Wildwood has bars. Guess what? Every beach town has bars. Not Ocean City, New Jersey, but every beach town has bars. I don't understand the appeal of Wildwood. Wildwood didn't even make my Jersey list.
Well, so here, let me ask you a question, because
Maury's Pier, I guess. I don't know.
Our family was a Wildwood family. Now we would camp and then go to Wildwood, but still, I got to ask you, how's the boardwalk situation at AC compared to Wildwood?
It's they have one, and it's the first boardwalk.
But is there a watch the tram car, please? Voice?
No, there is no.
There isn't Wildwood anymore, is there?
No. They have little shuttles that you could, little train shuttles, but there is no watch the tram car voice. They just kind of beep at you. There is a boardwalk. I mean, most of them are the casino fronts, but they do have a pier. Listen, it's run down. It's dumpy. It's got trash.
It's dumpy.
Not as much as it used to be. Not as much as Wildwood is.
Well,
not
that's
as much
fair
as
hell. That's fair as hell, and that's true. With the transients comes a bit of a liberal mindset, which is nice.
So yeah, like I like I said, pound for pound, it's under visited, it's underrated. I've been going down there for years and rarely step into the casinos. Every now and then there's this one game, the Firebird game. It's like a slot game. I don't know. It's fun. Kim and I will throw $20 into that every once and again.
So I don't gamble. I have way too addictive of a personality and way too bad of credit already. But I do want to play, like, I don't know, maybe our engagement numbers on a batch of roulette. But I would be like, yeah, I'll take $5 on number 8, please. You win $7.50 or whatever. I don't know how gambling works, to be honest. I don't.
Neither do I. That's why we'll throw $20 in the slot every
see what happens.
Yeah, every 5 visits. You know,
I don't even understand how slots work, man. Like, it seems to be a lot more complicated than just line up the 3 oranges. I don't know. Different rules to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's how many lines. I don't get it either. But
I don't get it.
Atlantic City is great. There's a lot of old history to it.
That's nice.
The first boardwalk. I think it is extremely underrated for the area, and I don't understand why Philly doesn't go to it.
Folks, for this week's poll, and we would like you to interact, for the love of God, interact. We're going to make it an open-ended question. All right. So you can submit your answer for your favorite beach, and then just populate the answers as much as you can. So what's your favorite beach? Let us know. My number 2 beach is the old staple of the Kruger family. That is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Ever since graduating high school, my family would go down to Myrtle Beach, you know, the Shag, And we would always go with the Pupo family. So Matt and I went to Myrtle Beach, I think at least 3 separate times. And it was always magical, wonderful, filled with inside jokes and really good times. So Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is a wonderful, magical place that I will always hold second in my heart.
Never understood the appeal.
For me, it's nostalgia, but that's it. If it wasn't nostalgia,
Wow.
I'd be good with any other number of beaches. Like
My
everywhere
number
in the Outer
one.
Banks is just as good.
My number one is pure nostalgia.
Pure
nostalgia.
I
get
love that for you.
Yeah, I get that completely.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Actually, number one for me is pure nostalgia too. So what's your number 2?
My number 2, and this is why I was glad to see Corolla as your number 1. Sorry, everyone, but we already jumped that shark, right? Sorry, Alex.
I mean, I think we already made that pretty abundantly clear.
Yeah.
I haven't said it yet.
Right. If they know how to follow the story, we telegraph that one.
Yep.
Assateague, Maryland. Assateague National Seashore. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I love the beach. I love the break. I love the sand there. I love the ponies. It is a national seashore. You know, my affinity towards the parks and the park service. So just put it all together and Assateague. It's a great camp. It's a great beach.
Assateague sounds Native American.
Yeah, sure.
In name, okay, sounds good. Milwaukee.
Yeah. So, both the Maryland State Park and the Federal National Seashore, both great camps. If you're looking to like camp, if you're a camper, I would recommend the state park side. The better facilities, they actually have, showers and bathrooms with running waters, where the federal side is just pit toilets. However, the flip of that being state parks, no booze, federal park booze. So if you want to crack open a few beers on the beach, go to the Fed side. If you want to have running water and not poop in a hole, state park side.
Man, that sounds like Maryland in a nutshell. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right, folks. As Danny may have alluded to, my number 1 is the beach that when Kara and I first, took a family vacation, it was with COVID money. So we got a ridiculously nice house called M16 Albion in Corolla, Outer Banks, North Carolina. And then 2 years later, we went down there again with Pupo and his family. And it's where all of our memories come from. It's a really, really nice community. Everything that you need is there. You got the Harris Teeter, you got a Duck Donuts, you got plenty of mini golf, you got everything that you would need. We got to celebrate Audrey and Matt's birthday, because I don't know if you knew this, but Audrey and Matt are birthday buddies. They have the same birthday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man. August 29th. So that was really cool. That was really special. And it's just, I will always love Corolla, because to me, like, Myrtle Beach was the family beach when I was growing up. Corolla is the family beach for my family. You know what I mean? And like, that's an extra layer of powerful for me.
I hear you. What's the pony sitch there? Are they just coming out of the woodwork when you're there?
So here's the deal. It is a wild horses beach, but to get to the wild horses area so that us dirty, nasty piece of shit human beings can't disrupt their natural habitat, you do need to go on an ATV tour that is sponsored, which I am 100% here for. Human nature has proven time and time again that if you give us the chance to experience nature, we will defile it. So we do need some level of, barriers around our enjoyment of nice things. This is why we can't have nice things, right, Tay-Tay?
Yeah, because you break them. I have to take them.
Okay,
all right. Well, the Assateague, they're lousy with them. They're everywhere. They're there in the parking lot. They block the cars on the road coming in and out. Oh yeah,
so
they're
like
everywhere.
Lancaster, if the Amish just disappeared, just horses everywhere.
Just horses everywhere. And then since the state park service or the park service has just been completely gutted as of late. I was there this weekend. There are just pony mounds everywhere. They got rid of the pony patrol, so they usually came around and scooped up the stuff when they saw it.
Oh my god!
So it is just Ponyville right now.
Whoa!
Unfortunately, last weekend, one of the mares, Gizmo, was hit by a car and died.
That is unfortunate.
Maybe Corolla knows what it's doing, but I don't.
It's dangerous. So there is I don't know if it's a man-made or a natural-made barge that separates where the horses are and where the people are. So that again, you really do need an all-terrain vehicle to be able to get to that area.
I don't know much about them. I know people think they are related to the Assateague and Chickateague herds.
That would be fascinating.
Well, it's because Chickateague
makes sense.
Yeah, Chickateague and Corolla are right there.
Yeah,
that part of Virginia and that part of North Carolina. But people, the Corolla herd is supposed to be related to the Assateague.
Can I ask you a question? As someone who has done a lot of traveling in his life, is the drive from Pennsylvania to anywhere that you have to cross through Virginia the longest drive like known to man? I feel like Virginia never, ever, ever ends. And it's a lot like Pennsylvania. It's just as much under construction. The drivers are just as both smart and bad. Like smart drivers that are reckless. Okay. That's Pennsylvania. That's like Virginia is another version of Pennsylvania. It's just longer and it doesn't feel like home. So it's more foreign and I don't know. Driving through Virginia grinds my gears.
Is that how you go?
Yes.
You have to go. All right. So we headed down that way. We coming from Pennsylvania go 95 to 113.
Okay.
So yeah. We hit Virginia, but not horribly long before you hit the Bay Bridge and Tunnel.
All right.
I think you're only really in Virginia for like an hour or so, an hour and a half.
That's not so bad.
But you're going diagonally down through Delaware.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you're also coming from Philly, whereas I'm coming from Harrisburg.
Absolutely. So, that's why I was wondering. So I have not really driven through Virginia a ton other than when I went through West Virginia.
Let me tell you.
And even then, I think we kind of came up through Maryland and hit it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But it never, man, if you can avoid it, don't drive through Virginia from Harrisburg. It's just, it never ends.
I've been to many parts of Virginia. I find the state to be lovely.
It is a lovely state unless you're driving through it in a single shot. I imagine someone going from like Jersey to Ohio feels the same ass way about Pennsylvania. That's a long trek.
Wow, yeah. Pennsylvania is a long, boring state to drive through. My number one, and put them up, Philadelphia. The better of the Ocean Cities. It's Ocean City, Maryland. It is pure nostalgia for me. It hasn't changed from the 80s. It is just 10 blocks or 10 miles of pure fantasy summertime funland.
I love it. So is that where you guys went as a kid?
Yeah, that is where we went as a kid. We did 5 days, 4 nights as a kid. But here's the thing, and I talked to my father about this not too long ago because Kim and I, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. There is this glorious weekend in Ocean City, Maryland. It is the 3rd weekend of September. After Labor Day, the rates go down. The 2nd weekend after that is Delmarva Bike Week, so the weeks are up. Then there is this weekend that it's still gorgeous, late summer, early fall, Maryland beach time perfect. The rates are so low. We do a long weekend there because then the rates hike up for the following week for Ocean's Call. So there's this week that nothing is going on, still great weather, and the rates are low. That's what we do. So we still go there. So I go with Kim and we have a great time. We do a long weekend. My father, we would go 4 nights. He would get a hotel room with like the double clean. It would be him, my mother, me, my sister, sometimes a friend if my sister didn't come, and my grandmother.
Your brother didn't go?
No, he was older.
Okay.
Yeah, he was older. He was probably away at the Air Force at the time. When I
Sure.
was younger, he did. But when I started forming
Damn,
memories,
that
he
is a
already
full
was.
room.
Right. I mean, it was a big room. It was like the two
Yeah.
double queens, and then the fold out. Like, so it was like
Oh,
one of those
okay.
long
Okay.
things.
All right. That's
But
good.
like, man, this was his vacation. That was his yearly vacation.
I'll tell you what, as a father, the old axiom of a vacation is the most stressful thing you can do in your life. It's so true. It really is. Like, vacations are great and they suck simultaneously, especially the younger the kids are.
You want to hear some sweet old man Dave Gerben stuff?
Love it. Wow, you just said, okay.
Oh,
Dave Gerb.
That's my father.
Correct. All right, go ahead.
That's my father.
It's so weird. You guys have different last names.
Yeah. Well, we're not the only ones in this country, buddy.
That's a good point.
I know. Anyways, so I said this to him like last summer or whatever. It was like after Kim and I got back from our long weekend there, and like I thought of like all that happened, all the room that was cramming in. This was his 4 days vacation a year that he took, and I was like, hey, like. Had to, but that was your time, and you're cramming all of us in a room like that must have been whatever. He's like, well, he said he loved it. He's like, it was being with you guys all together, loved it, had the time of my life. I'm gonna believe him. I don't know if I do, but I'm going to.
Dads are the strangest breeds, man. I'll tell you. Like, my dad, he would work swing shift at M&M Mars, and he would often like get off of work at 7 a.m., drive us all up to Knoebels, put up the camper and everything. We would all go to the park. He would sleep in the camper. It would be the first time he had slept in like 20 hours after getting all of us there. And it's like, the craziest thing is my dad didn't drink. So I don't know how he coped with having 4 kids and going on vacations with us. Like, damn, God love him. Superheroes, man. Superheroes.
Yeah. So that's it. You have anything else for me?
No, I need to. We gotta hit an ad break. We're 50 minutes into this thing.
I know.
You know what? We stumbled out the gate, but then we really found ourselves.
I'm
really
really
happy.
did.
I'm really happy. Let's keep going.
We'll see you on the other side
of the episode. We're not leaving.
That's what you said last time.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, human. I love your shirt. What's a Quit Chasin'?
It's a podcast.
Oh yeah, I heard it was a show.
Patrick, I know it's a show too.
Oh, that makes sense. Where'd you get your shirt?
From the website in the episode description.
Sweet. But what if I want to interact with the guys?
You can find them on social media under the Quit Chasin' logo.
And if I want to send them an email?
Just send it to quitchasinpodcast@gmail.com.
I love these Quit Chasin' episodes.
They get the merch.
Do they have Quit Chasin' After Dark merch too? To celebrate their alternative episodes that they bring out periodically and sometimes start a series and then never finish it while I sit here twiddling my thumbs waiting for episodes of Long Dong River that will never come?
Dude, check them out wherever you get your podcasts.
Or shows. She's adorable. God love her.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, Alex. You did all right.
So far. I can still screw them up. There's time. All righty, folks. That's going to bring us into our bits. Now, for Media Stables this week, I was inspired. Here's the thing. Maddie P, thank you so much for all of your advice. I didn't write any of it down, so I'm not going to say any of it on the air. If I accidentally stumble into it, you're welcome. But if not, my bad. But after the NFL Network sold most of its meaningful property to ESPN, I started worrying that, like, all right, so there is a purpose and there is a need for these niche sport exclusive channels. And there are so many things you could do with the type of content that they have at their fingertips. I don't know why they aren't doing it. So here's how I would fix the MLB Network. All right. Number one, you got to get yourself a good game of the week or maybe even a game of the day. Get something that you can just throw on there that still be on local, but throw on there. They might even do that. I don't know. I watch my local team. But in all the other hours of the day, you need that alternative programming, such as let's put up old classic games, all right? And let's bring in a panel of either famous people that are fans and or players that were involved in that game, and we're going to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style commentary while they rewatch the game. So, if it's Yankees Red Sox, bring in Bill Simmons and David Ortiz and who is that guy with all the steroids? That doesn't actually narrow it down for the Yankees. Alex Rodriguez, and have them comment on the game while you're watching. I think that'd be fun.
He made out with himself in a mirror once.
I mean, I've seen him. I get it. So I think that could be a lot of fun. And again, go back to old World Series games. Like, who wouldn't want to listen to Evan Longoria and Jimmy Rollins and Chase Utley talking about one of the games in the 2008 World Series? You probably wouldn't be able to get the losers of that series, but maybe you could. I don't know. It could go either way. Maybe if they went on to get a ring later, it would feel less bad. I don't know. David Price ever get a ring?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. Damn, that's a shame. He was really good. Same with Longoria. He may have somewhere.
He got a rule made after him.
Yeah, that's true. But there's also Matty P and I were talking about this. Why isn't there a 30 for 30 style documentary on all of the perfect games? You could call it 27 for 27 for all I care. But like, do a documentary on all of the perfect games. There haven't been that many, and all of those stories are unique and they're good and they're solid. Like, let's do that. Let's also get a sports science show where we really break down all the stuff. Furthermore, we could have a Hard Knocks type show or like a Follow the Rookie. Like, fine, throw a camera on an Aiden Miller or a Paul Skeens last year and watch his rise up the ranks. And guess what, buddy? You're going to get paid a lot of money and you just got to do it. So sucks to be you. I don't know. These are all of the different ways. Like, there's a trivia games that you could do. John Kruk could host a trivia game for MLB Network. Who the hell wouldn't watch that? I think we don't need to give up, damn it. We just need better programming. That's how I'd fix the MLB Network. The end.
Love it.
I don't think you do, but I appreciate your kindness. Danny, what do you have for Media Stables? Because you mentioned Ben Davis, and that doesn't match what I have on the agenda.
No, the Ben Davis stuff comes up next.
Okay. Fantastic. So did you want to talk about Jack's take on platooning on High Hopes?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. I want you to just ask me exactly the way it's written.
Danny, did Jack change your mind on platooning?
No. He did not.
All right. Did he almost for a second and then the last 3 games happened?
Yes, that is exactly what happened. That is, and I am for it, but it wasn't because of Jack. It was, I don't know.
They all suck equally.
Yes,
everywhere, all over the field.
They kind of do. Marsh had an unlucky game last night. I don't think he was bad. I think he was unlucky.
No, Marsh is a good dude. Marsh deserves everyday reps. Pitching.
It wasn't so much Jack. It was more, and I don't know what this is. And I said it in a text message, like beginning of the season or when Topper took Cassie out of that Miami game. Miami, right? It was down in Miami. Yes, it was just Miami.
Yeah, hometown.
Yeah. I got there. And I was like, yeah, the dude is a little slower, and he never had the greatest range. He definitely can't go back on a ball. That is something that we have seen for seasons, and we're fine with. Something happened this last series that I have just even slower than slow, less range than before, and the swinging at first pitch, everything was like kind of like chuckle, cute. That's Cassie swinging first pitch, everything. But now he's swinging first pitch, everything with the most uncompetitive at bats. I don't know what's going on with the dude.
Are you?
But I've soured on him, and I think we got to platoon all these guys at this point. So,
all right, man. I took
Jack didn't change my mind. I see that. Jack didn't change my mind. Casty changed my mind.
First off, that's an amazing take. Are you officially calling out on our show Nick Castellanos for not giving a shit anymore? For whatever reason, we don't know why, but for whatever reason, he really doesn't give a shit. And you know what, buddy? I've seen it too. And I'm so happy you called it out and pointed out, because if you're not going to do it, I'll officially call it out. Casty seems to really not give a shit.
He's making he's making some sort of statement, and I don't.
Dude, there's like some Mean Girl energy coming off of his shit. Like there's some Regina Georgian going on, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah, like he's in a different place. Like someone needs to sit him down, or maybe like I don't know, like
who can sit,
lock the shower door, and
but
he comes out a little lumpy. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not in a clubhouse. I'm not a Major League Baseball player. I don't know how they deal with it.
And I love that you said you're not in the clubhouse, because when the report came out about Harper saying to Rob Manfred, oh, if you're going to be talking about unionization or salary cap, get the F out of my clubhouse. And Manfred was like, well, no, like, I'm not going to do that. But Casty appeared to be the guy that was like, okay, so what would that look like? He was the guy that was continuing the conversation at a peaceful level. So while his on-field display has been shit, it does seem like he does. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Is he just cooked physically? Is that all it is? Like, he maybe is still a leader, but physically he's completely cooked, and he's so over his cookedness that he's just given up.
I don't really know. I really don't know. I do know that when he signed 3 seasons ago at this point, that he signed with the intention of not being every day or, DHing. And just the way our alpha worked out, he ended up being every day in the field. That
he
might have
insisted on being every day in the field because he wanted to get his little streak of at least a year, which is fine. But even through the ups and like, there were plenty
as
of times
it went on, sure.
Right. But yes, I do agree. Like, I don't know what we're getting with Cat. Like, we love him. He's our Scooby-Doo and philosopher, but we've said it once. We'll say it again. I want a damn ring. I don't care who's quirky and who's cute. Bring me a ring, and that's who I'm going to love.
He's at a 195.
Ugh.
Yeah, 16 hits, 9 RBIs since the break. Like,
jeez Louise.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like,
that's Casty.
Right.
But you know what? Right. But you know what, Danny?
But this looks different than just I'm swinging at everything low and away cold.
Is it the defense? Is it because at least in the past, when his offense wasn't there, at least he was making plays in the outfield?
I know people say that, because they think of those spectacular catches in the outfield, but or in the postseason. Was he making plays, or was he just making the plays?
No, man, this year I have noticed him playing it on a hop so much more than in years past. There are so many balls that he is playing on a hop that I truly believe he had an extra giddy up in his step last year, and those were outs. Like, that's why he's a negative defensive WAR, because he's playing so many balls on a hop that even a half sensible outfielder could actually just catch.
Yeah, I don't know where you go with him, but that brings us to, if you're ready for this.
Oh, I'm ready for this, baby.
Chris's texts.
Chris's texts are here to stay. Chris's texts. Let's see what he has to say.
So we are not. Oh my goodness.
We're somehow already at an hour. This was a very, very soft and light. Okay. So instead of this being Chris's text this week, guys, we have decided that we are finally going to go into our Instagram and look at all of the messages that Chris has sent to us that we never bother responding to. Chris, I'm sorry, man. I never look at Instagram, but I'm so happy you're sending these. Danny, run us through the gamut.
Right. So this is Chris's text, but for this week's episode is Chris's Instagram messages. So he sent us this way too early 2026 MLB free agent predictions. Now, what I find interesting is, if you notice right off the bat, it has Schwarber going to the Phillies and Suarez also going to Phillies.
Isn't that fascinating? But Ranger going to the Cubs, which I'm perfectly fine with, and I think that's a very solid call.
What I find interesting, though, is it also has the polar bear staying in New York. Now,
It does.
good piggybacking off of our Cassie conversation. Would it be more advantageous to eat that contract, half that contract, whatever it is? Because I truly feel that this time in Cincinnati was Ranger Suarez and Nick Casty's Philadelphia farewell tour. It started in Cincinnati, and we'll see how far it goes. But just say, hey, Bryce, the outfield has been a mess since you left it. We haven't had a true cleanup hitter since I don't know when. You are going back to right field. We are bringing the polar bear into.
Okay. All right. So Mr. 243 home runs or whatever his bullshit name is. Would you accept Pete Alonso at first base?
I think we would love him at first base.
I think we would too. Would you take if this happened, if you had to choose between Pete Alonso and Rhys Hoskins, who would you rather have?
Pete Alonso, hands down. Anyone who says
he's a really good first baseman.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got a good glove.
Hoskins is dreadful. So here's the thing.
Oh, he's not that bad. I'm a Hoskins believer. I'm an apologist.
Pete Alonso does many things for you. It gives you that bat, that cleanup bat that we haven't seen. It puts Harper back in the outfield and shores up at least one of the corners in the outfield. Like that's it gives you a first baseman. It gives us stuff we haven't seen in seasons.
That's a great point.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. That was
since we had Hoskins. So actually, real quick, before you go further, everyone's always saying that we need to put someone behind Harper to protect Harper. Actually, we need someone behind Schwarber to protect Schwarber.
Well, that's what they're doing with Harper right now, and it's working out. But
we needed two to move like Schwarbs into three almost at that point. Like,
again, that goes back to the whole
if we had Alonso
or the Quan argument, like
the Quan,
one or two, like that.
True one, put Trey at two,
pushes everyone back.
Bryce to three, Kyle to four.
It pushes all your sixes that are sevens to seven. Pushes all your eights that are at seven. It pushes everyone back a slot in the lineup. It's where they probably all should be. Right?
No, you're right.
Probably where they all should be. Yeah.
All right, what's Chris's
anyone
next?
Else on this thing that seemed interesting?
I was looking at it. Not really. Everything looks like everyone else is a big old battle. Who gives a shit? To be honest, Zach Gallen to Houston. Who cares? Dylan Cease to the Red Sox. That's cute. Marcelo Zuna to the Reds. Enjoy being irrelevant. Muncy, Bichette, Williams to the Dodgers. Who isn't? Like, all right, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you seeing? Stop sharing. I'll bring up the next one.
All right.
What the heck?
Technical difficulties month.
I'm just like clicking and clicking. It just keeps clicking and clicking. Here's an interesting one.
Maybe. Who knows? Let's find out.
He just keeps clicking and clicking.
Can't wait to edit the video on this one this week.
Yeah, you'll have a fun time.
Be all over the place.
There we go.
Ranger Suarez. Oh, but like
again,
damn, good work, Chris. That's some good fine. Oh man, that 659 is rough. So his first halves are getting better, and his second halves are getting worse. What does that tell you, Danny?
Oh. That's a great question. I don't know. Doesn't tell me anything. It tells me that
he ills, but now shows playoff ERA. I would like to see the playoff ERA as well with those. But yeah, that's a tough look, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the innings wear on this guy. I think that is why they're not going to pay him. I think that's why you see him in a different uniform.
That makes sense.
And then since we are running long tonight, let's just end this with a quick tutorial that was sent to us from Chris.
This is for everyone. Song, and that's exactly what we'll be doing today. There's only 4 lines we need to learn, so let's get going.
Only 4 lines. Let's try this. Can't be hard.
La hoca. che andammo in angelo cojo ruta che vive il tateo e desaccato vivete la vida y disfruta. Putting it all together,
Well,
we
I
should
think
have
we
something a
nailed it.
little bit like this. Pásame la
We can do it at 50.
hoja,
All right. You ready for this?
que andamo en angelo cojo ruta que vive el tateo el desacato vivete la vida y disfruta. With enough practice, we're gonna have this locked down by Red October.
We are absolutely not, guys. You put a freaking Delco accent on that. Hey, la frescuta.
Those were some of Chris's Instagrams. We'll get that. We'll get that. I will work on it at 50% speed. I looked it up.
Talking about.
It's a marinara recipe.
Even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a boondock
Spanish to English. It is a marinara recipe.
You're a marinara recipe.
You
know what? Do you love marinara, Danny? I love marinara.
Oh, yeah.
So that brings us to our last segment. That's the clunky, but I just want to get out of this episode because we're already at $1:10.
I know.
I hate that, but love it, hate it, Danny. And this was your call, and I love that this was your call. But summer television series releases, and the fact that we bring this up, folks, is because Wednesday has dropped in its entire season 2, part 1.
That's right.
King of the Hill has dropped in its entire season 14. Things have gone on, but it is the summer. We are enjoying the beach and baseball, and we don't have the mental capacity to. So, Danny, love it or hate it, summer television releases.
Absolutely hate it. I have waited years at this point with the writer's strike. It's a big production, so from the end of Wednesday 1 to Wednesday 2, I have waited years. My excitement level for Wednesday 2 to come out waned within those years because it was so long. And then it finally comes out, and it comes out August, 4th. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I'm not putting it on a bright sunny day when I could be down at the pool or something like that.
That's a great freaking point.
Yeah.
Why are you releasing Wednesday in the summer when the obvious answer is fall during spooky season? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Did you know that part 2 drops September 3rd?
I do know that.
Okay.
I do know that.
I want to make sure you were in the know there.
But that's okay, because I'm still not watching part 2 September 3rd.
No, October 17th, I'm guessing you're gonna sit down and like put up some pumpkin spice, like a carafe, and just go nuts.
We'll see what it's doing last year. November 3rd was my last day in the ocean last year, so we will see what the weather is doing. I didn't get to.
Almanac said it was going to be colder earlier and very snowy this year.
Well, then I'm all for it. But until that happens, until then. Yeah. What was it? I didn't get to Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't get to Wednesday till February. I watched it in the winter last time. It was winter thing. King of the Hill. I have the DVD box set. Something I was very excited for. Bobby is a chef at a restaurant that uses charcoal. Yes, absolutely. Fiending to watch
girlfriend this. And Hank in the woke era. Yes,
fiending.
Peggy in the woke era. Oh my God, with her big ass feet and boggle addiction.
Fiending to watch it, not taking any time to watch it. So
I haven't watched
hate it
yet because I had to dedicate the beginning of my summer to The Walking Dead, Dead City, because I was podcasting on it. I refuse to get into any other show. You know what Kara and I have been watching as our comfort bedtime show this summer?
The Office.
Scrubs.
Oh, I'm no Superman.
I'm no Superman. She's a big fan of that. That was the worst rendition I've ever done. But no, big fan. That was one of me and Pupo's like old school like BFF ski shows. So yeah, it's been really fun watching it with her.
Well, you are they.
We are they. What else you got? So on top of your summer release like series
Yes.
In the era of your streaming services,
Mhm.
if you have a seasonally specific plot line or theme or tale, please release it at that time. I don't need a Christmas movie to come out in September. I don't need it to come out in March. I want it to come out in November, in December. I want my back to school movies to come out in September. Like, be smart with your release schedules. You are now not beholden to a theater's need for your release schedules. So just do it when the damn time is right. It's the dumbest shit. Like, how did they not get this?
I agree with you. I like thinking outside of the box. I like people marching to the beat of their own drummers. I also like appropriate things at the appropriate times. Like those people that listen to Christmas music the day after Halloween, they can fall off a cliff. But yeah,
How
like
dare you, because that's who I am. As you know, November 1st, All Souls Day, baby, or All Saints Day, baby, I am putting in Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas, and I am throwing up the lights. I'm decking the halls, mother fluffer.
well, good for you. Good for you. But here's the thing: the difference with it too is mega summertime theatrical releases. Like those
Jurassic
are
Park.
awesome, but it's an event. A lot of them, like when there are still a handful of drive-ins open, like that is summer, man. Major theatrical releases, going to the movies in the summer. That is awesome.
We have been priced out of that as a
priced
middle
out of
class,
everything
dude.
on
Like
this.
the price to go and enjoy a movie for my family of 4 is the same as an entire 3-course meal with drinks. Like it's asinine. Like it's like a good $90 for the 4 of us to go see a movie with a bucket of popcorn and a drink. If we or we have to be criminals, I say, and smuggle in our own popcorn and drink. And who does that serve other than the black market? So it's tough. And if they could bring back reasonably priced timing and all that crap, maybe people would go back to the movies, but they're not. And so we won't. And we'll wait for it to stream in our home so we can pause it and go pee.
Well, we have fireworks at home.
I love it.
Yeah, so the theatrical releases, that's an event. Priced out of them, unfortunately, is true, but there's still events. That's 2 hours of a summertime theatrical release. They're dropping 9 hours of content on us in the middle of summer. Get out of here for something anticipated. Now, people watched it. But I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it in media stables. I wanted to, and never could because I just didn't have 9 hours of summer to dedicate to Wednesday Addams running around Evermore or whatever it's called.
I get it, dude. That's a T-Sizzle song. And if you're ready for the T-song, folks, if you want to be prepared to help me eat crow, go listen to our Taylor Swift episode of Quit Chasin' After Dark, because after watching her on the Kelsey podcast, I have a completely different outlook on T-Sizzle. But we're already at 77 minutes. I'm just, or whatever it is after we edit things. I'm getting out of here. So, Danny, send us home for the love of God.
Well, that was a weird one. We'll do better next week, I promise. And everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant. Nailed it.